Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Start with the wait, guys. Testing 1 2 3. I believe we're ready to come back online if I'm not mistaken. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Vencabot. Bruise-day Tuesday. 8 hours of third strike action. My name is David. Yo, I'm joined on the mic by my friends Mutant, Synapse, Frankie. What's up, guys?
Hola.
Yo.
What's up, everybody?
We have the ghost of Eat here as well. Still, he's playing games right now with Grimlock and David Q. Who's David Q?
David's a old school player.
Nice.
I actually did a podcast with him a year ago.
A year ago.
Oh, nice.
I listened to it recently. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know that you did this.
Yeah, Eat.
And where can we find that podcast?
All you have to do is go to youtube.com/mutantexperience.
Awesome.
For previous podcasts and past tournaments that I've streamed. That's youtube.com/mutantexperience.
Let's go, guys. Go follow me.
Shameless plug. Feel me?
Right.
Yeah, good ass channel though.
Yeah.
Doing service to the community.
And while you're at it, go follow Feetwork 101.
Also a great channel.
Oh, yes, definitely.
A great channel.
Yes. Open enrollment right now. I mean,
open enrollment. Accepting applications.
Accepting applications.
Got a public lobby here, guys. If you want to jump in, anybody, by all means.
Yeah.
If not, also perfectly fine.
Haven't seen too many videos on that Feetwork channel recently.
Yeah, man.
The call
computer
out.
died.
Oh, really?
Computer died.
That sucks.
Yeah, but it's good. I'm learning a different program. Grind don't stop, you know. I gotta keep it.
Nope.
For sure.
Can't use that as an excuse.
Gotta keep pushing.
Oh yeah. But the next one's gonna be worth it, I promise.
I don't doubt it. Definitely don't doubt it.
Raptors bodied the Celtic.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
I had fun playing that whole match.
Yo, and Denver beat OKC. I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Yo, that Jokic guy is no joke, dude.
He's no joke.
He scored 36 points, dude.
Real quick, but how bad of an idea was it to trade away Brook Lopez
Oh my.
for your Lakers? This guy is balling. He's stretching the floor.
Dude, I don't know.
Because what?
I don't want to talk about my Lakers.
Damn, too slow.
Splash Tower. Splash Mountain, I think you can call
Makes
it.
sense. I gotta start going for multi-hit anti-airs.
Yeah.
Damn, try to jump.
And dash unders too.
Dash unders too. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It doesn't really ever cross my mind. Depending on spacing, right? I have to. Well, I don't know. Depends on how close they're gonna land to me, right? I have to think of it that way. If they're gonna land right in front of me, I can dash under.
Kyo's back?
Kills me back.
Even then, like Ryu's walk speed is pretty good, so you should feel free to do it. Just
Okay. Spectate.
just test it out, and you'll see it's really lenient. And then you get to do freaky shit like dash under and then jump back roundhouse in case they try to, throw.
I was thinking today about how, about 6 months ago, I was talking to Kyo about anti-air options and how I was like, I can block, or I can parry, or I can anti-air, and nothing I do works. And he's like, well, bro, you can jump neutral, you can jump back, you can dash under, and I was like, wow, that really blew my mind. And so much of my problem with this game is, thinking that I have options A, B, and C, when really there's so many options I'm not even aware of having. Like the dash under is still something that's still, I don't even consider that when I'm, someone's jumping at me. But when I watch guys play, it's such a powerful tool. Frankie's playing Oro here. How long you been playing Blue Chili? You've been playing on 3S for a minute, on PS3, I mean. Long enough for guys to know your name anyway. But probably not long enough, because again, we played on PS3 last year about, right? Or was that only in... Yeah, it was last year. We were playing PS3 4 nights a week. I remember seeing Blue Chili for a while. Maybe you never played in lobbies. We never played in ranks. We played in lobbies.
Nice overhead.
It is a nice overhead.
Alright, Venka. It's almost 2 a.m. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, good rest, Mutant. I'm glad you stopped by and say hi.
And once again, thanks to everyone who participated, everyone that was a part of the stream. Awesome time. See you at the next Bruise-day Tuesday. And don't forget to follow the Jazzy Circuit on Twitter.
Yes, guys, at the Jazzy Circuit on Twitter. You can read about all kinds of tournaments, locals, majors, other 3S news. Give him a follow. Also join the Jazzy Circuit group on Facebook. Have a good night, Mutant.
Take it easy, man.
What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
All right, good game, guys. I gotta wake up at.
Oh shit.
Yo, I got
I'm
you,
a
Frankie.
I'm a psychopath.
Have a
Take
good night,
it
man.
easy, man.
Thanks
Dude,
for hanging out.
Yeah,
Play
man.
games.
I'm just
Of
gonna
course,
stay
brother.
up.
Thank you.
I have to wake up early too. I'm just gonna stay up, probably.
Are you gonna play Synapse? You got
Huh?
empty
Am
spot
I gonna
now?
play? No, I'm good.
Empty
I'll,
spot.
I'll be going to sleep if I do that.
I got you. So what have you been
Use
working
all
on
my energy.
in 3S lately, Synapse? Haven't heard from you.
Yeah, I haven't been playing as much lately. I've been kind of busy trying to keep my work schedule going, but I'm honestly probably gonna out that particular job and move into something else.
Well, I hope it works out for you.
Yeah, I just need more free time is all. I can't be waking up at 3 a.m. every day.
Yeah, 3 a.m. every day. Oh yeah, I remember that. You couldn't join our tournaments before because you had to like be ready for work, like immediately. That's crazy.
I like it and I like the people there, but it's too much.
So what do you do with a schedule like that? Is that like minimum wage? Like to me, that screams retail stocking.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Wow, that's
retail.
Yeah, I used to work
It's not
retail.
terrible. The pay is decent. It's just the early mornings, man. Like I can even come in later at like 6, but then I'm not working with a team for like half of my day.
Wait,
so,
you mean you're just working by yourself?
yeah,
That
and,
sounds like it'd drive you insane.
like I'm cool with that, but I don't want to do that in like a retail environment.
Right. So I worked retail
So-
for a long time, and yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of felt the same way. I liked my coworkers, I liked my team, and it wasn't really that bad. I mean, the pay wasn't great or anything like that, but what really killed me was just the hours. The hours was insane. It really kind of
The hours will always get you.
So Blue says, I joined lobbies back in the day on PS3 mainly to watch others play. Okay. Yeah, I kind
Where
of
were you
spent a lot
at?
of time doing that.
In retail.
What's that?
What retail store did you work for?
Meyer. Are you familiar? Oh yeah, you're in.
Yeah, it's a grocery store, right?
Yeah, it's a Walmart competitor. It's a department store.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I worked electronics at first, and then I moved to being an inventory manager. Inventory, what do they call it? Inventory, is it manager? In any case, I worked inventory. Working in the back
Yeah.
room, organizing stuff. So where do you work? Like Walmart or what?
I'm at Target.
Oh, Target got some kind of deal then.
Yeah,
like
it's not bad.
department groceries.
Everyone's great, but it's just I'm too tired, man. I can't do it all the time. I'll like accidentally. I'm really bad with sleep, so like my sleep will fuck me over in terms of like I won't even make it to work because
Ooh.
I'm asleep. Yeah,
I see
I'm
what
not
you
the
mean.
most reliable human being,
You
but
sleep
it's
through your
alright.
alarm?
Huh?
Do you sleep through your alarm or what?
Yeah, all the time. I'm terrible. That's why early mornings don't really agree with me, unfortunately. But I think that's just like a human habitual thing that I have, which just kind of sucks.
So you think about changing jobs just for that very reason?
There's that and just like freedom, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's why.
if I'm, because outside of that, I also do like food delivery services through a lot of the food applications, like the applications that they have that people order their food through.
Yeah, like how many are those? There's Grubhub, right? And then there's
Yeah, there's Grubhub, there's DoorDash,
oh DoorDash. Forgot about that.
Postmates, a whole bunch of different shit.
Oh no, we got Tackle Maeda. This guy's laggy AF.
But you make pretty good money off that, and I'm thinking of just doing that like at a like almost full time.
Huh? That's crazy.
And that, because that way I can just wake up and just go out and do my shit until I'm ready to go to bed, basically,
Right.
or do something else. And then if I have to focus on something else, I can.
It's gotta be pretty
'Cause you
flexible in terms of scheduling, right? There's probably no schedule, right? You just kind of punch in when you
There are
want to.
like you can have a schedule if you want, and that way it'll just set you up to go out as needed. But at the same time, you can just go on whatever.
Right,
you
just
want.
punch
So
in.
it's like
once
if
you're
it's
punched in,
yeah, if it's 11 o'clock and you just say, you know what, I feel like delivering for a little bit.
Yeah.
You can just go out and do it.
It's kinda
You're
cool.
not. You don't have to, get on the clock or anything, and you can just say like, yo, I'm available.
sounds sick.
It's pretty nice and it's good money. It just sucks right now because it's the weather is kind of shitty.
Yes, I can imagine. Probably why you have a lot more business
So-
too, though. You would think, right?
Yeah, a
Probably
lot more
when it's
people
shitty,
want
you
to
have a lot
order, but at the same time, like, because the weather is bad, you might only get like 2 or 3 orders in an hour, which means the wages are not so great.
Right.
But
So it's more stressful
At the
and
same-
fewer jobs per hour.
Yeah. At the same time, like on a good day, if you're moving around in close quarters a lot, you might get like 4 or 5 an hour, or like higher tips or something because you're able to get to somebody quicker.
Right.
And you end up making like over $20 an hour, which is pretty nice.
Not too shabby. Probably pay your own gas though out of that, right? Or don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
But when you think about it, like, let's say, how can I word this? Let's say, like, for your work, you're only driving, like, let's say you fill up, okay, yeah, that's an easier way to go with it. Let's say, like, to fill up your tank, it's like $35, which is about what it is for me on average. It's like $35 for me to fill my tank up. On top of that, I just take it by, like, within 20 hours or something like that, how much money can I make on that one tank of gas? And if I'm, like, more than likely you're gonna make like 10 times what you spent on gas before your tank is out. So I think it's pretty well worth it.
So Kyle says he worked at Target when he was a young guy and said it was a pretty good starting job. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Okay, tackle on the ages.
Yeah, Target is awesome. I'll never say anything bad about that company. Like there's a few things that are that I, could definitely go without, but for the most part, it's a good place to work. It's a good place to stay too, if that's something that you're wanting to stick in, is like retail, or like to get experience for specific jobs. I think it's good because they'll put you in like, like a leadership role, or you can change around and get different experience within the company.
Nice.
And that's still going to help you a lot for a lot of other places. Target's great.
Yeah, I think I
But
could have been a streamer.
I'm not.
Retail.
Yeah, right. Like I don't know. It's a good place to work. I like retail a lot just because you get to move around. You're on your feet. You're
Before
not
I worked
stuck
at Meyer, I basically
in a position.
would I spent a lot of time by myself and never really. I don't know. From working retail, it's where I kind of discovered that I wanted to hang out with people, like professionally.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. Because retail is such a cool way to meet people and help them out, and it's just kind of fun. Oh my god, talk about
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of people are really nice.
Yeah, I don't know. When we read about like
Only
retail
at the same
blogs-
time, like, there's definitely like a lot of behind the back talk, but I mean I feel like that goes a lot with
in
any
your
job,
workplace, yeah.
for
What I
sure.
find funny is that you always read about how bad customers are, but in my experience, I typically had really good customers back when I worked. I worked in retail for kind of a long time, and I would say like 98% of customers were like super godlike. I mean, of course, you have
I feel
some-
like customers are never really a problem. If they're having a problem, then it's on them. I don't know. I usually work customer service jobs, so you get like the angry people on the phone, but at the same time, like, they're only angry because they're frustrated about something, and once you explain to them why they're frustrated, or like you get into detail on whatever their problem is, right? They're gonna understand at the end of the day, because you're there to. In customer service jobs where you're on your phone, you're there to educate them about whatever the situation is.
Okay.
As far as like being in a store, they're probably just frustrated because you don't have a product. You might not carry that product.
Right.
That's the end of it right there. It's like, oh, we don't carry it. And in bigger department stores like department grocery, whatever you want to call it, if they don't have a product and it's not like a local business, they can't just go out and order it because it's corporate based.
Some guys don't know that,
in some
though.
cases, it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, like,
They don't know what it means to be corporate based. I
yep.
used to have guys come to me, they'd be like, "Yo, what's this? What's this towel worth?" I'm like, "Oh, that's like it's like $6." They're like, "Can you give it to me for $4?" I'm like, "What are you talking
no,
about?
we
You can't haggle with me, dude.
yeah, we
What are you
can't do
haggle with me
that.
for?"
Like, if you want it for $4, come at the end of the month when it's on clearance.
Yeah, exactly. That too. That too. That makes me smile. So, Feetwork, my friend Frank is challenging Synapse, Herb Durkin, to Marvel 2 in the chat.
Yeah, I can't play Marvel 2.
Doesn't
love
really
to.
appeal to me that much.
That game is freaking awesome. We have it in our arcade locally now. we have a Japanese Marble 2 cab at round 1 in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I really want to learn the game so I can play there and not waste money instead, you know, just enjoy the game and have fun and be good at it. It's a cool game.
I need to consider which restriction I'm throwing my opponent from now on.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with the Shoto, I think. Or really, yeah, with any character, honestly. But
Nice uppercut.
I feel like with Ryu, corner position is really important.
Oof. A little bit too close. Too close, man.
Nice.
Go for it.
I thought I got punished there. I got the punish on my roundhouse. Okay.
Wait.
Nice spacing. Ooh, nice! Proud of that parry, though. I almost never jump in parry. Oof. So Red Jaguar says, Herb, why not get Dreamcast for Marvel, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he was talking to me. I think... I mean, I have the game on PS2, but there's no... I don't have a stick for PS2 currently. I'd have to find one.
Wonder how much they go for these days.
Actually, no, we have two in the house. Never mind. I was thinking about it for a minute. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, we definitely have one. I used to have one, but I donated the shell to my roommate to make a PS360 stick.
Like a sheikh in the lobby.
Yeah, if I want to practice, like, yeah, I can. I mean, I could get the game for my Dreamcast, but then I'd have to get a stick for my Dreamcast too, or a converter at least. Converter's probably cheaper than buying a whole brand new stick.
I've been known to make the hot take that
I have
Dreamcast is overrated.
I have a Dreamcast also. Dreamcast is nice.
I realize now why I say that, other people will disagree with me, is that I never played fighting games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could understand that.
Dreamcast is a fighting game console.
It really is.
Because I feel like, you know, it's got a lot of...
It is like
clout.
an arcade game console is kind of how I feel it, because it had games like Crazy Taxi and stuff like that too.
I love that game. I had a Dreamcast and I loved it, but I only had a couple good games for it.
All I had on Dreamcast, I had Crazy Taxi, which I think I lost, and I had whatever Tomb Raider game was on there, and Marvel vs. Capcom 1, which I
Nice.
still have. I don't know where the Tomb Raider game is, but I have my MVC. Yeah, for sure. Man, Dreamcast is awesome. I just hated the controllers. The buttons are like painful.
Yeah, they'll dig into your
use.
fingers. And those shoulder buttons are mad squeaky. Yeah, I played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on Dreamcast, Crazy Taxi a lot, and that was pretty much it.
And I played a lot of Crazy Taxi, but at the same time, like, I was playing... What was out at that time? I would fuck with CVS2, but I never really got into it. We used to have a CRT here that we had a PS2 with an HD loader set up to, and we had the two sticks plugged in, so anyone could just play whatever they wanted, basically. We had CVS2 on there, Third Strike, like a bunch of other shit. Playing Third Strike on there was kind of redundant, though, because we have a cab, and, like, why... I mean, it would have been cool if everyone was playing Third Strike at the time, but they weren't. So we had, like, a Third Strike cab set up, an Xbox or PS3 or whatever cab set up for other games, and then we had all the old games that weren't Third Strike on the PS2. It was a really cool setup.
They said there's an arcade in Nebraska?
Yeah, we have
round one?
we have a round one. It's a chain. It's a Japanese arcade.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
It's really nice. There's a lot of like rhythm games if you're into that. I'm not too good at
Check
them
it out
or into them, but they're pretty cool.
Sounds sick.
Yeah, if for whatever reason you swing through this area, feel free, man.
I will
like
one day.
if you do, and I'm sure you will,
Are you ready? Go.
just for fun.
Okay, here we go.
There's definitely, if you did, there's definitely places to stay.
Exactly.
There's
That's
a
how
cat. There's like a. I mean, it's a Japanese arcade. It's just. They're in a lot of other cities too.
Like what? I never heard of this place before. None around me.
Really? Round one. They have two, I think, in Chicago. There's a few in like
2 in Chicago?
different other cities. Yeah, or like in the Chicago area, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, a lot of places have them now. But it used to just be like West Coast, I think, at first, and they had like a few other ones here and there. But I don't know. We're supposed to be getting Tekken 7 soon.
Interesting. So Blue Chili says, I'm working at my first job now at Walmart. I just stock stuff, and if the customer needs help, I'll help them out. Hopefully after I graduate from high school, I can work full time. Dude, sounds like you're a pretty young guy.
Hell yeah, dude. I think there is a round one in Georgia. I don't know where it's at though.
Oh, there's one opening here. Found what's going on here?
Dude, good luck with that job. It's a good place to work, honestly. Walmart's not too bad either.
Yeah, it's good for. It was my first job as well. It's a pretty good first experience, I found.
Out of the two like retail stores I worked at, I prefer Target over Walmart. But that's just out of like our stockroom was a lot more organized at Target. I had a huge part of that when I worked there beforehand. I went back to it actually. I went back to the same store after like 4 years. But I liked it a lot more than I did the Walmart store. Walmart was cool though. People were pretty nice, but at the same time, like we had 3 people working in the back room, and they would like steal us away to do something else all the time.
That's frustrating. That's why it's that way at Meyer as well.
It's so hard to like. It's like,
organized.
oh, okay, I've got all this stuff to do today. Hey, can you go out to the floor and help with this? Looks like they need to have. I'm like, man, like.
I should
you
do,
want-
but I guess.
Yeah,
You're the
it's
boss.
really frustrating.
Yeah, Blue Chili. Here's what I'm thinking about lately, Blue Chili. I've been thinking lately about my friends who work full-time and how, like, literally insane their coworkers are from the stories they tell, right? It's almost like it made me realize working part-time at a place like Meijer or, Walmart or whatever, you can't take it for granted because, yes, it's not great pay, and, yeah, sometimes they will, the management might not be, up to treating everybody super, super great, but at the same time, there's very little commitment. That's a part of what makes the atmosphere so chill sometimes. Whereas if you go like work a full-time job, man, I feel like you're locked in the same place as everybody and you're kind of stuck there as your career. That can be kind of, it has its own downsides. I never considered before until, very recently.
I've been thinking about that a lot too lately. Cause even like, cause I got back on at Target doing seasonal, and I was like, all right. And then someone that I used to work with there offered me a position under her in like a different department.
Right.
I was like, all right, that's cool. I would like to do that, but at the same time, like the amount of work that you have to do for that is so much more than just like what you would do in just logistics. And logistics is such an easy thing and it's almost so simple that like a monkey could do it. Because what you're doing, you're unloading a truck, you take these boxes, you put them where they need to go. If they don't go out, you take them to the back, you put them away in the back. And they've simplified it at Target to the point where you are basically responsible for only the vehicle that you pick up. So let's say a vehicle's like a flat or a pallet or whatever it is that you put your stock on to go take out to the floor for people to buy. Yeah, right, Task? Nah, I don't know about that. But it's just such a simple thing. And then now I'm doing planogram, which is setting up like the shelves and everything like that. And then you do like all the resets and everything, which is fine. And I like it as well, but it's just, I don't know. I think I would almost prefer to do the other stuff instead. But these people are really cool to work with, so I enjoy it. But at the same time, I don't want to stick myself in this position and be stuck with it forever. which is kind of how I'm feeling right now. It's like, you know what, I could do so much other stuff with my time and my life, and I can do this driving gig right now. Yeah, it almost seems like it could be automated. Seriously. But it's like the driving thing right now, at least I get my free time to what I want it to be, because I set my own hours. So, for example, if on Tuesday night I want to play in the Jazzy Online tournament,
Right.
I can just be like, well, I don't have to do any driving until like 11 o'clock tomorrow. Or I could say, oh, you know what? We stayed up until 3 doing the tournament stuff. For some reason, it ran longer than normal.
Yeah.
Like tonight, for example,
Sometimes
it ran
it
to
does.
like what, almost 2 a.m. for you. You could just be like, all right, well, I'll just start a little later tomorrow. Or I could wake up early and go out early if I want to.
Right. That's
You
kind of
know,
nice.
maybe
Very, very,
hook
what's
some
it,
people
laid
up
back.
with
One less thing to
breakfast.
worry
It's
about.
more laid back, but at the same time, like, you still have to put in the amount of effort that you want to put in to get how much you want to get paid.
Right. And being your own boss can be tough too. It's tough sometimes you have to
It
kind
is.
of be disciplined.
You have to discipline yourself, but at the same time, I feel like disciplining yourself is better than having it left up to somebody else.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely
Like
having
you-
control is a very comforting.
It's intimidating.
But
It's
like I said, also
intimidating
tough.
and comforting.
It's
Yeah.
tough because it's almost easier to just let somebody else boss you around.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you do want to have that control, then you kind of have
You have to take the reins and
you
go
have to
with
be
it.
the boss, right? And being the
Yeah.
boss also sucks.
Like you, for example, with streaming, and I've done this before, but when I streamed, I never set my own schedule. I'm assuming you set your own schedule, and doing that kind of ties yourself like, okay, we have to do this on this day for this
Yeah.
long, and that's it, right? That's your week. For me, when I was streaming, I would like just get on and be like, all right, I'm gonna play this until I'm fucking tired.
Which is really
I
cool
would
too.
stream like 14 hours a day, and then I would be like off the next day, and then I would come back and stream for like 10 or 11 hours, and then I would just fall asleep for like 5 hours or something, and I'd wake up and start streaming again for like another 10 hours. I'm like, holy
So
shit.
that's how the stream started too. That's kind of how a lot
Yeah.
of streams start. I feel like.
Yeah, right. Like for me, I think one day I streamed for like 25 hours, and I didn't even fucking think about it. I was just like, oh shit,
Jesus.
I'm still online.
That's
What's
crazy.
up, guys? Yeah. Or like at hour 18, I realized like, damn, I'm still up. I guess we're just gonna turn this into a 24-hour stream. That's pretty cool. It was with a newer Ragnarok Online server, like in the middle of last year.
So you play Ragnarok Online? I never played it before in my life. I think my brother used to play it.
I traveled overseas for that game
Holy
twice.
shit. I'm gonna interrogate you about that. But first, Rick Jaguar says the problem with
Yeah.
these driving services is that they're moving towards automation as well. So it's not a long-term
Yeah.
solution.
It's not long term, but at the same time, I mean, if I can get something out of it now, I'm gonna get something
Sure.
out of it.
And by then, there'll probably be some other kind of thing you can do as well. Some other new technology coming out that's gonna make your life a little bit easier. So,
Yeah.
Ragnarok Online. You went overseas to play this game?
Yeah,
Explain the this for us.
so with Ragnarok, back in the day, like between 2004 and like 2011, for the old style of the game, they had different servers in different areas of the world. So they would have 11 teams. They'd have a tournament locally for each server around the end of like the middle of the year, and then at the end of that, they'd have the winners of each country's team go overseas to a country that is hosting the tournament for that year. So in 2010, I went to Indonesia,
Oh,
and in
cool.
2011, I went to South Korea. Then that was representing Team USA, and that's just because our team won. If I look at the wiki, let me find it here.
Oh, I didn't want that fucking uppercut. Oh, that's not good.
I'm just gonna look at this. So 2004 onward, 2004 to 2012, they have the top 4 teams for International Ragnarok Online, which is like the US server.
Okay.
So anyone can play it, but it's US based. I don't know why they decided to make it international, but whatever. So in 2004, our team got second. In 2005, our team got second as well. And then 2006, we got first place. That was a non-traveling year. 2007, we got second. In 2008, we got third. And then I went ahead and made my own team with a group of friends
Yeah?
for 2009. We got second place.
Jesus, that's sick.
Barely. 2009, we would have gone to Japan, which would have been fucking awesome. In 2010, I actually got fourth, but they did some revamps on the first place team because they wanted to make a more serious team, and I was like, yo, I'll join. And I had just started a guild with some of the members of that team for like just regular stuff in the game. So we took a lot of time to practice and go out, and then when we went, we only had 6 players. You're supposed to have 7, so we lost. But
Oh, wow.
it was kind of like a cool but shitty experience because someone kind of fucked us over, but at the same time we still got to go, so who cares? It's a free trip overseas. You don't pay anything. You don't pay your domestic flights, you don't pay your international flights, you don't have to pay for your hotel. You're completely set.
That's cool. So what was Ragnarok like back then, 2004 to 2011? What was the like, I'm trying to picture, my brother played it, I don't remember what it was like watching him play.
Yeah, it's an
it
MMO.
2D?
It's a top-down MMO. Yeah, it's
And-
2D.
Okay, it's got like,
So
like
you,
flash
like-
graphics kind of?
Yeah, it's like it's like a cell plane, like X and Y axis. So you click to move, you click to target. Everything is really simplified.
And it's like an anime style to it, correct? Or am I wrong about that?
Yeah, it's a Korean game. But they have... There's so many little things that can make someone like good or bad at the game, and it's really fun to like figure out how to play a class a certain way. And there's also stat manipulation, so you can manipulate your character to play a certain way, even if you don't like. You can play a priest, right? Let's say you want to play a priest, you like to heal people,
Right.
but you could also make like a strength-based priest and fucking hit things if you want to. It's really cool.
So when you say
Or like-
you can win in a variety of ways, what kind of competitions are we talking here? Like PvP or like?
Yeah, it's PvP. So they would set it up. They had specific rules in this particular tournament. It's just like Ragnarok Championship. In this case, for us locally, it was United States Ragnarok Championship. And then at the end of the year, you would go to the Ragnarok World Championship.
Okay.
So these all, like, first to fourth place things are... At the beginning, it was actually 8 players, and then in 2008, they changed it to... No, it was 2009. They changed it to 7 players, so they kind of simplified it a little more, and they gave your... Like, the gear and levels of your character were specified. It's a lot more restrictive.
Oh, I see.
So to win, it's like you have to come up with smart, strong strategies to defeat the opponent. It's not just like oh, we're better than you, or we have better gear
We
than
have
you.
higher level
Like,
than you, yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you have to-
we have better luck with our loot drops.
yeah, you have to like. It's all like a thought process.
Right, it's like a
So
meta.
they'd have a side server with all these characters on it, and like some of your characters can be max level 90.
Mm-hmm.
The max level in the game is 99, 70, but they would cap you at 90, 60 or 85, 60
I
for
got
certain classes. So it's like you have to build your characters to a way in such that matches those particular, like your stat values will match that level.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go higher than that.
I see. How you doing, Chance? So Chance says, "What's up? What game are we talking about? We're talking about a game, Ragnarok Online, and in particular the 2004
Yeah.
to 2011 version."
Yeah, it's super
Classic.
hype. Oh yeah, we got first in 2011, obviously, but we were actually favored to win. We came out in 4th place, losing to Thailand and Korea. It was pretty fun.
Apparently, Synapse was a superstar Ragnarok player. I would never have guessed that. That's crazy to me. So
I
sick.
spent a lot of time in my life playing that game. But yeah, so essentially the goal is to freeze the enemy team. When you freeze them outside of one character, actually 2 characters on a team, which would be a priest and a scholar. If you're frozen, you can only be recovered by them or by being hit by an opponent. Again, with another skill that wouldn't be freezing.
Okay.
So, priests have a skill called status recovery, which has like a 2 to 3 second cooldown. So you can't use it instantly, but there's a bard class, and bards play musical songs in an 11 by 11 area.
Okay, so kind of like a buff, probably.
It reduces your cast time or cast delay, so you can just kind of continuously cast spells. But your character has an animation still that it has to go through, and the only way to cancel that animation is by moving. So you have to step cancel, or dancing is something that Ragnarok players will commonly refer to it as.
Because you listen to the music, right? So you're dancing to the bard's music, essentially.
Yeah, right. No, you just like move. So you'll like cast and then step away from where you're casting to cancel your animation, so that you can cast again right away without delay. Which is a really cool thing. A lot of private servers actually have like fixed animation, so you can't do that. But I think that kind of takes away from a lot of the skill in the game.
So there are private servers.
Yeah, they're really common.
So what? Who released the software? The developer or some kind of hack?
It's an emulation of the actual game. So it's essentially not. Ragnarok uses an emulator for its actual game called Aegis, or I guess it would just be the actual game. It's not an emulator. But emulation that's commonly used is like there's Hercules and there's R Athena. I don't know what R stands for. E Athena. E Athena is an old version that was commonly used from like 2005 to 10, I think. And then they started using R Athena for whatever reason. And Hercules is not something that a lot of people are a fan of. I'm sure there's other ones too, but those are like the more common that you'll run into on a private server.
So Blue Chili says, I see what you guys mean. I don't want to stay at Walmart forever, but I haven't really thought past that. I already decided I'm not going to college because I barely do the work at school right now. So I figured I'll get a nice paying job and get an apartment. Well, it's not so easy without an education to get a nice paying job. I don't know, it's not that hard either. There are ways to do it. There are ways to do it. And
you can stay there for as long as you want, and then if you do decide to go back to school, I would highly suggest it. I did not go back to school. I'm highly considering it now. I'm 30, so I'm like in a really, like kind of a big, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do portion of my life, but we'll see.
That's a lot of us for our whole lives. So Chancey misses MMOs. I got invited to China to play in the national tourney for this MMO I played called Age of Wushu back in 2014. Okay.
Oh damn, that's sick.
And Chance says he's 27 now and just started going back to college last semester.
Yo, is that Chance from Louisiana?
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Oh shit.
You guys acquainted?
Are you ready?
Okay.
Yeah, we used to play at GGPO back in the day.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Chance and Synapse together at last. Blue Chili said, I realized listening to you guys, I'm missing the big picture. I must be looking at this too linear. I don't know. Just prove I don't know everything, don't have everything figured out. Dude, nobody has everything figured out. Man.
Yeah, nobody has everything figured out, man.
I felt like when I was your age, I felt like I had everything figured out, man. I thought I was so fucking smart.
I think everyone thinks that, honestly. But it's good to think about stuff like that. Like, if you just want like a simple job, I would work for like Walmart is a good place to stay at for a long time, honestly. You'll get that good job experience. People will see like, oh, okay, you worked here for so long, you understand like basic shit that you should do if you have a job. Like, stay at a place as long as you can until you're ready to move to something else. Don't just jump ship because you're like, oh, you know what, I want to jump ship.
It's all relative to what you want, Chill. That's what I feel like. It's all relative to what you want.
And then if you see yourself staying there, like 5-10 years down the line, do it.
I have friends that worked at Meijer for decades, and you know they make ends meet. They make ends meet. It's not a super top tier job or anything like that, but again, it's got its perks. It's got its perks, man. It's kind of a laid back atmosphere for some other jobs. Yeah, not a lot of income, but again, also kind of low impact. Maybe some other jobs out there. Not physically, my God, it's a very high impact.
Yeah, really.
The knees,
dog. Yeah, going back and doing this now, I'm like, holy shit, I'm fucking lazy. But, damn, that's cool.
Okay. Pushing back into the ages.
Dude, that would have. Did you end up going to China? That seems sick.
We got invited to China. Age of Wushu. Because I've never played an MMO in my life, seriously. I
heard of that game. I never got into it because I was too busy playing Ragnarok.
So there's a new version of Ragnarok, you said, right? You said the classic is up to 2011, correct?
So yeah, in 2011 they rolled out a renewal, in which they like changed the way stats work. I'd have to like look at this.
So what, is it graphically more or less the same?
It's exactly the same.
Wow, so
Graphically.
it's changed the way it works mechanically in some capacity.
Yeah, all the mechanics and like the way gear and things work, the way like weapons work. Weapons in that game. So, you know how in a lot of games they'll have you like upgrade a weapon by just getting a new weapon or whatever, or you'll get like a legendary weapon or something like that. That's not how it is in Ragnarok. So you'll have monsters drop cards at a very low chance, and you socket your cards into a weapon. So weapons have the same goes for armors. And so that's like your headgears. You can get like a mid headgear that you can slot. Your armor, you have a shield that you can slot. Mufflers are like garments, essentially. Shoes and accessories all have one slot. Weapons can have anywhere from 1 to 4. So the way they had it before, you could basically, the cards that you would put in your weapons essentially for damage, for example, you'll have 20% damage cards to a specific race element, or what's it? Race element. There's also size, but size is 15%. I'm gonna pull up the calculator.
Yeah, let's go. Bringing it back.
Dude, I'm a calculator monster on this game too. Okay, it's just race element size. So race and element are 20%. So typically you're gonna card like a level 1 weapon. Level 1 weapons typically have 4 slots. They upgrade easier. You can upgrade your weapons pre-renewal. You can upgrade them up to plus 10. Level 1 weapons going up to plus 10 have like it's just like a lower chance of breaking. So you're more likely to get your level 1 weapon up to like plus 9 or 10 very easily. Whereas like a level 3 or 4 weapon is really hard to get to plus 10, but the difference in damage is like astronomical. However, a level 1 weapon with the right cards is going to do more damage than like a level 3 weapon with 3 of the same cards, or 2 of the same cards, or a level 4 weapon with. And also, the damage ratios are like your min-max is going to be a lot different as well. Higher level weapons tend to fluctuate more, whereas a level 1 weapon is going to have more compact damage differences, so your minimum is going to be closer to your maximum, and it's going to be a lot more consistent DPS. But for renewal, they kind of changed that around to make it good to have higher level weapons. So typically you'll get like a 1 or 2 carded higher level weapon with specific cards and do more damage than you would with an old style weapon, which is pretty cool. It kind of made getting new gear feel better than just being like, oh, okay, now I have to go hunt these goblins that drop bows at a really low percent rate or something. Like do some like obscure hunting essentially to find some like shitty item that you'd have to get a handful of to upgrade properly.
What's up, Khachik? We're talking about Ragnarok Online. Do you ever play Ragnarok or any MMO? So, Chance says, no, I didn't get to go to Japan.
Yeah, real fascinating.
I'm still salty about it. I was trying to get my work visa because I was like 100,000 USD prize pool. But it was when Russia was invading, how do you pronounce that? Crimea?
Crimea? I don't even know.
At the time, China said that they fully supported Russian. Wow, this is getting crazy. So all US visas were denied. About 3 weeks later, after the company canceled the trip, China rescinded their backing of Russia. So I got a fuck ton of cosmetics and a bunch of OP buff shit as a consolation in the game. Okay. Wow,
damn.
That sounds crazy. That's crazy.
Dude, that sucks. I actually sold some items like while we were over there actually, or before we went to Indonesia the first time, and I made like $5,000 before I even went to the tournament.
If there's really a place called Crimea, I hope that Justin Timberlake does music there. He's like, Crimea River, and they all cheer up and they clap their hands really loud. That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome.
I hope so.
Maybe they have a river called Crimea River.
That'd be sick. The Chance says, I was so salty, I sold my account and quit the game. Jesus. That's a crazy story.
Hell yeah, dude.
Some
That's
rich
the way to
Chinese
go.
kid for $5,000.
That's the way a lot of people go out on games. For me, like I just get rid of stuff and then I keep my account like an idiot, and so I could always go back.
You almost got it.
And then
The temptation.
get sucked back in. Yeah.
Keep trying to get out, and they keep sucking me back in.
So with renewal, they actually updated a few things. So they
Okay.
changed the level cap. So there's a. Before we get there,
You win.
you start off as a novice. Your novice can get to like job level 10,
Okay.
and then you can become a first class character. So that's your swordman. You can be a thief, an acolyte, archer, magician, merchant. Those are like your first class characters. And so you start off at that. By that point, like most people are like level 12, base level 1, and when they hit job 10 novice,
Battle. Go for it.
and then you end up being like, you take your swordsman to either, or whatever other class you choose, to job 40 or 50. 50 kind of gives you a little bit, because you get to keep your first class skills, which is cool. And then you go, let's say you chose to be a swordsman, so you'll become a swordsman, you'll go become a knight. So knights, like these are your like primary classes
Right.
essentially. You end up take your knight to 99, 50. Knights are also job level 50 max. Well, all like the base classes are. And then you go and become a. After that, so you'll do rebirth,
Right.
and you rebirth into. When you rebirth, you become a high novice.
Okay.
So again, you have to go to job level 10, and then you'll become a high swordsman, and you'll go to job 50 again, or 40 if you prefer. 50 is the best option in that, and then after that, you'll become a lord knight. And lord knights they still have a max level of 99, but they'll be job level 70.
Right, because
So-
you reincarnated, right?
Yeah, so they have like new skills. They also have the same old skills that knights have, but they have some new stuff to make them a little more powerful.
Ah, yeah.
To the heat of battle.
So Khachik never played any MMOs, kind of like me. I never played MMOs.
Damn, man.
Let's see here. Yeah, Faust is
You
playing
guys
right
are-
now, sounds like. Faust is a fiend for RuneScape.
You guys are smart.
I liked MUDs, like text-based MMOs, basically. They're usually
Yeah.
a little bit smaller, like communities. Like, there's never more than like 100 guys online at a time.
Oh, I don't think I've ever gotten into that. Well, back in the day, we used to have kind of like role playing on AOL Instant Messenger. There would be like a chat room of people doing like long, wordy role play
Right.
between like characters that they created,
Right.
or there would be like people who didn't really care about doing stuff like that and just wanted to show off their fucking typing speed, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
called it was called hit. So you would like 3-word hit or something like that, for example.
That sounds sick. I'd be good at that.
It was actually kind of fun,
I
dude.
never heard of this. We gotta play this on stream. How do we play?
So you have to send a message into the chat room,
Right.
and you have to put either like 2 you can do an asterisk or 2 colons, and you'll send in like a phrase, right? So you'll be like runs to opponent or something like that. This is like 3-word. It's really like
Right.
basic.
Seriously, it's kind
And
of
then,
like.
and then you'll just be like kicks his face,
Right.
and then after that you have to confirm your hit by saying hit afterwards. Like these are 3 separate messages, so every
Okay.
time you do that, but people would get up to like they do like 7-word hit. That shit was hype, and everyone was like typing hella fast. It was so fun. But you would
sounds
do like
fun as hell.
1v1, and you'd have to hit someone like a handful of times. I think it was like 10 times or something before they would.
I gotta look
before
this
it
up
would
now.
be
I'm gonna
over.
find it on like Wikipedia or something like that. Probably not.
Probably. I don't know, dude. I don't know if it'd be on or not.
Yeah, who's gonna play that on stream with me, guys, on some Friday? 3-word
I was
hit.
legit thinking about it like a few weeks back. I was like, oh my god, I actually used to do that shit. It was mad fun though.
That sounds
But now my
crazy.
typing is like super inaccurate and not good, so I would suck.
Yeah,
And they would do another thing where like you couldn't make any typos. It would take people hella long to do it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was really fun.
That's crazy.
That shit was mad fun. I don't know why, but it was. Be like, yo, I just beat your ass, but really you're just saying, dude, I type way faster than you.
Well, dude, if you guys are listening to the stream right now, and you guys are 18 years old, blue chili. This is what life was like before we had broadband internet.
Yeah.
Right? This is how you played fucking PvP.
56K, man. Yeah, that was the real PvP right there.
So chances, I started playing this gacha rhythm game like 4 days ago. I'm fucking addicted. This game is like crack, huh?
What is a gacha rhythm game?
Well, a gacha
as opposed
game,
to like a regular rhythm game.
Yeah, well, a gacha means that you unlock random loot and you have to level up your little treasure toys. You know, it's kind of like one of those quarter machines from the model.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess a gacha rhythm game would be like what you get rewarded with the little gacha stuff for doing the rhythm. I would assume.
That's sick.
Are you playing RuneScape right now, Faust? Are you on that grind?
I never fucked with RuneScape. I had a friend that did though.
It's hard as fuck, huh? Faust's like, yeah, I am. I can imagine his tones like that. Yeah, I am. I'm playing RuneScape.
Yeah,
you got
I'm playing. Dude, I used to go to my friend's house and because this is when like Street Fighter 4 came out. It was like 2009, I think, or 2000. It might have been 2010 at the time. So it was like super. And we had just started on a new server, and we were playing. Ragnarok also has like guild versus guild.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
You can have up to 56 players in a guild. So we'd have like 56 players in one group of people in voice chat, and you'd have like one or two. Yeah, for sure. You'd have like one or two people who were just like commanding everybody, and then you'd have like, I mean, usually we'd have more people talking, but for the most part, one or two people are like making sure that everybody's staying on task and doing the right shit.
Like coordinators, essentially.
Yeah. Leading. But there'd be like 3 or 4 or more guilds that also have like 56 people that you're fighting against in a castle. This shit was really fun.
But that sounds pretty cool. So I like the idea of like guild versus guild combat, like larger scale. That maybe not even like all at once necessarily, maybe like different encounters, like maybe not all on one big battlefield, but maybe different instances. That could be cool. Like some kind of large scale competition.
They would have it's like a 2-hour thing 2 times a week, so you can like get ready for it to make sure that everyone's supplied properly. Some people will just supply themselves, other people will be like, yo, I need to have like X amount of potions.
Right.
And this is like Ragnarok is a spam game. So it's not a game where like you have to sit there and be like, I only have 200 potions. I gotta make sure to hold on to these. It's like, I have 200 pots. I'm about to use these in like 2 seconds. There's no cooldown on your potions. You can use as many potions as you want within like a given time. Like there's obviously a delay to how many times you can press a button every second, but still, that's like human delay. It's not through the game.
Obviously, that's crazy. If you guys didn't know, Faust is a streamer of RuneScape. That's like RuneScape. Go check him out. Go give him a follow on Twitch. Twitch.tv/awesome. Task Force Faust. He streams a variety of games, but a lot of RuneScape. It's a big passion of his. He's trying to get his character like to max level or something. I don't really understand it all, but he's trying to like get like to max skills, like 99 in all of his skills. Which to me is crazy. It means like fishing for like 3 days straight and shit like that.
I don't think I could do that. That's the kind of shit that I can't do in games.
Nice parry.
Yeah, so RO, you just go like, you do novice, you do your first job, your second job, which is like your knight, hunter, whatever. Later on in the game, they actually introduced first job can venture off into one of 2 second jobs. So if you're an archer, you could become a hunter, or you can become a bard or a dancer if your class is a female. You can become a dancer, otherwise a male becomes bard.
Right. Kind of like
acolytes can be priests or monk. Monk is like a damage class. It does a lot of damage. They're like the main killer for a lot of like boss hunts and stuff like that. Same go for like hunters or snipers. But anyway, after you do like the high swordman or whatever, you become a lord knight, or you can become a paladin if you went crusader to begin with. It gets pretty deep. But there's so many freaking characters, and the thing that I like about that game is with the stat manipulation, you can basically make your character however you want, and it's like, I play this class this way because I want to, or because I think it's better than whatever basic cookie cutter build that someone else is doing.
It's theory fighting, kind of like third strike. It's kind of like you can look at your tools and say, yeah, this game's been out for 20 years, but I have an idea for how to play it. That's kind of empowering.
Yeah,
Sounds like
it's
Ragnarok the same way.
so much that like in that game I had 5 different assassins and they all had 5 completely different utilities for what they would do.
Interesting. What's up, Faceless Sheen? How you doing, dude?
What's up, Faceless?
The keeper of the Choco Toad lore.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. That's I think what made me stay on that game for so long. It's just the many ways that you can build a character to do something that you want it to do specifically. So it's like if I want to MVP or something. MVPs are like the bosses. They spawn at like anywhere from like a 1 hour to a 12-hour spawn, which is crazy. There's specific bosses that spawn on specific maps, so it's like it's not like you're just like, I'm gonna wait for this guy to spawn, and then it tells you in like the whole game like, hey, this MVP boss has spawned on such and such map. They spawn on like a specific map at a specific timer, so
you have to be there when it happens, I guess, or be the first guy to get there.
Yep, they'll be on the map. They're not going to be where they just died, so it's like it'll spawn in a random spot of the map. Some bosses teleport, so they're a pain in the ass to find. There's no like, you can't just like walk the whole map and be like, all right, I didn't see it, it's not here. You have to like kind of teleport around yourself to look for it. But it's a pretty cool game. It gets pretty deep. There's a lot of neat things about it.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like I could probably do like if I had more time for sure. Probably the same reason why you played in a while, right? It's like you kind of have to be a really young guy to really get that deep into an MMO. I feel like.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's like it's really since there's private servers. Usually, the private servers tend to last between like 3 to 6 months, so it's you don't have to get like super hooked on it or anything. Like I can spend a weekend or two and be fully geared up and be done with my character and just play every time there's a warp period, which is what most people do these days. Or there's actually like instant WoW servers is what they call them.
WoE.
And they just do the War of Imperium and they're done with it at that point. It's like, all right, cool, we did this, we're good to go. There's nothing more to it, right?
A little more laid back, but not quite as high commitment.
It's high commitment to the fact that like most people will just do like they'll do smaller rosters, so it's like 24 man or like 36 maybe a max, and they'll just leave it at that. But then they'll fill those roles with specific people. They'll be like, all right, out of these people, you're gonna play this character. That's your job. That's what you get to do, and then they'll play for like 1 or 2 hours a week only, because it's just you just log in, make your character, put everything on it, you're done and you're good to go.
Cool. So Sheen says he's playing a game called Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What's Assassin's Creed Odyssey? You ever heard this game before, Synapse?
Assassin's Creed is like...
Oh yeah, I know what Assassin's Creed is, but what's Odyssey? Is that one for... It sounds like a Portal. Oh, that's one of the newer ones, isn't it? That's one of the newer ones, I think. I think I've heard of this before.
I don't know.
I never could get into Assassin's Creed. I played the first Assassin's Creed and really fucking hated it, like passionately. Then I played 4 a little bit and also hated that. I wanted to like it, but I just couldn't do it.
That's a good steal though, $20 over 60.
$20. So it's kind of like a new game. I think that might be the newest one. You always hear good reviews of these ones. Yeah, Burr says the newest. Welcome aboard, Bodrinka. You lurking son of a gun.
I hear those games are really fun.
That's what you hear. But my God, are they terrible games? Let me tell you.
Damn, dude.
It's a AAA. It's that AAA nonsense, right? Good games.
No, it's just like a whatever style of game that it is. I don't even know what to call it. Is it like an RPG, like a basic RPG?
It's not an RPG. It's a action adventure.
Action adventure.
Sense. It's kind of like an action game. It's almost kind of like
I guess
it's kind of like Devil May Cry. It's kind of like a character action a little bit.
I've been kind of getting into those games, but the only ones that I play are like the Yakuza series. I really enjoy that.
Man. Yeah, Yakuza is sick.
So fun. I played 0. I put like 100 hours into it in no time. Like, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, shit, dude. Like, by the time, I think when I hit like 80 hours, I was, damn, I've been playing 80 hours of the game. It doesn't even seem like it, because it's so fun. There's so much to do.
That's the thing about Yakuza, though. It's a time killer. Like, you have to have time to play, because it'll make 3 hours pass by like it was 10 minutes. For better or worse.
You need to have the time to play it, first of all. Or, like, if you don't have the time to play it, I mean, you can still play... You can still do like specific stories and then be done for the day or something like that. But if you really want to like get involved in the game, you gotta spend a lot of time.
What I kind of found surprising about Yakuza in general was that on the one hand, if you're at a time in your life where you have a lot of free time, it can be very satisfying to just kind of chill out, vegetate, and kind of get immersed into this world. On the other hand, if you're like kind of busy and you have like only 3 hours to play, you find that you don't get a whole lot done in 3 hours. It can be kind of unsatisfying.
It's definitely a weekend game if you have a Monday through Friday lifestyle. It's like I'm gonna wake up, or like I'm gonna stay up on Friday night and play this game, go to bed, wake up on Saturday and play this game. Whenever I go to bed, I'm gonna go to sleep, wake up on Sunday and play until I have to go to bed and go to work on Monday.
What a sick buffer from Kill there.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, White?
Yo, what's up,
Hey, what's up, Khachik? We're just about to end the stream, dude.
Oh shit.
And I just had to jump in to give my thumbs up to Yakuza.
Yes, Yakuza. Are you a Yakuza fan?
Oh, big time.
I would never have guessed you.
I love it, dude.
Oh,
I played Zero so much, and I got into Kiwami, but there's two issues with that. Is I started playing it on my PS4, and when it comes to like turning on my PS4, I'm the laziest son of a bitch. Like,
it's not my favorite, but I've been a fan since the PS2 days.
they had like 6 or something came out on that, right? Was that the first one that came out, or no?
On what, PS4?
On
PS2 had
PS2.
Yakuza 1 and 2, and then 3 came out on PS3. Yeah, I used to play back on PS2 era as well. Yakuza
Man,
1,
I wish I had liked those kinds of games back then, because I didn't give a fuck about anything back then. Like, I would play like the Final Fantasy games, and I would play like random fighters or like racing games,
Right.
and then I would just sit on my computer and play RO forever.
So Sheen says that Odyssey is Game of the Year worthy. I'm just waiting to fight the Minotaur and Medusa. Game of the Year worthy. Huh? Maybe I should try. I don't know, man. People told me that 4 was good. And I tried playing it, and it was just a big, thick donkey's dick.
Ancient Greece sounds hype.
So Chili kind of got obsessed with Breath of the Wild, and I ate a lot of his time. Sheen says Goro is the goat of Yakuza. Huh? The Mad Dog is the
Majima is
best.
sick. I don't know. Everything about that game. I love the way that it's laid out. I love how, like, in Zero especially, like, it's the 80s, you can, like, kind of feel that 80s vibe in the game.
Yeah, it's very immersive.
It is. It's like you feel like you're in, like, old school Japan. This shit is dope.
And the emphasis on side quests kind of reminds me of a WRPG kind of, where it's kind of like, you know, there's always some kind of new story to get involved in. They're usually pretty interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something to do no matter what you're doing.
Boy, it's been a fucking 8-hour stream, guys. 8 hours, Bruise-day Tuesday. I'm probably gonna call it a night here, probably about 10 minutes. But it's been crazy, man. What a tournament tonight. Hanging out with Synapse, everything's been real chill, thank God.
Who won the tourney?
Oh, it was Frankie. He was going home
Frankie.
with $500.
Yep.
Oh, no, it was. That was nice. $500, oh wow.
Yeah, some guy, his name is TF Dagger, kind of a new friend of the channel here. He came by and put down $500 for the first place winner.
Jeez, no way.
That's pretty crazy.
Pretty awesome.
Life's nuts sometimes.
Not
Very
to
nice guy,
mention
very fun.
the $122 prize pool.
Yeah, it was I think cause half that goes to Jazzy. It was like a $61 split
$61 to
among
the
the
circuit,
top 8.
which is pretty legit.
Who was top 8?
Top 8? Well, there was the second was a mutant. Third place was
Katie.
Alpha. Right. Then we had Mexi, Shotokan. I can't really remember exactly what the.
Let's see. I got it up still.
Excellent.
So Frankie got first. Mutant got second. Katie got third. Shotokan fourth. Fifth place was Mexi and Arteus. Seventh place was Crimson and Eat. Ninth place we had DJ Izco, Kenny, myself,
2v2?
and Herb. No, this is just the ties. It was all 1v1. 13th was Locust, Neon Riot, Tron Swanson. That's Crosage, right?
Yeah, Crosage, Tron Swanson.
And Car Bomb, which is Scary Busey. And then 17th was Ethan, Caviles, Vody, and Salty Face. It was 20 or 21 people.
Yeah, I think we probably ended up with 20 because we lost a couple guys. We lost Circus Cancel. I think it was 21 before Circus Cancel dipped out.
Yeah. And then E became Crazier Stairs.
Yeah. What's up, Decoy? Just about to end the stream, Decoy. Why play Ryu, says Sheen? We all know the best Shoto in the game is Ken. Yeah, but I like Ryu, though. That's all there is to it. He's a little bit thicker. I like my guys with big, thick ass cheeks.
He's the ordinary guy. Do I still play? Yeah. Yeah, man. I played in the tournament tonight. I don't play nearly as much as I did back then, but
Ooh, good blocks.
It's luck.
I don't even know if I'm better than I was like 8 years ago. Shit. You only play Tekken and Eunice? Damn. You're
Oh,
in with
fuck.
the new school games.
Oh, come on.
Well, for me, like, I started playing 4 like really heavily
Ooh, that might have grabbed.
at some
Yeah,
point
if I
in time.
delayed it a little bit, would have grabbed him.
Hell yeah.
I thought
Eunice
I could
Ryu
my
was
fireball. I
kinda
thought it was so smart. It was some. Yeah, I like the beefy characters, Sheen. Yeah, that's why I like Ryu. Ryu's kind of like, he's a little bit slower than Ken, a little bit heavier of a hitter. He's more appealing to me in that respect.
Yeah, Circus got stolen away by some Eunice.
Eunice, oh my god.
That's alright. That's a really cool game.
So, Chili, do you know Decoy and vice versa? Because Decoy is also a PS3 monster. I guess Blue Chili is a relatively young player on the PS3 platform. I got Khachik here versus Kel. I'm gonna try to do one more fight and then call it a quit. Call it a night here, guys. Thanks for hanging out, Synapse. It's been really cool.
Yeah,
I learned
definitely.
a lot about Ragnarok, which I wasn't really looking forward to tonight, but I'm kind of surprised by how excited I am about it.
I know a lot more information, but it's easier to explain if you know a lot about the game.
Yeah, I'll
And
bet.
I don't want to nerd out. I don't want to like nerd out and start talking in the lingo that I would use in the game.
Hearing you
have to
talk
try
about
and
it makes
generalize.
me kind of want to try it. At the same time, it's like,
Yeah.
what I found from doing previous MMO streams in the past is that it's like, on the one hand, when people talk about it who love the game, you're like, oh, that sounds really fun. Then you play it, and it's like you only have 5 hours to stream it, and usually the
Yeah.
first part is such a grind.
It's a big grind at the beginning. If you have someone to help you out, it's a lot easier.
I
The
think we probably will
server
try
that I'm
something.
playing on now is like it's in Portuguese. Oh, I don't understand anything, but I know the game, so it's like playing a Japanese fighting game. It's like, oh, okay, this is in Japanese. I know where the menus are.
Yeah, but isn't it supposed
Because
to be
I played the
social
game
time
already.
MMO? Wouldn't you have to talk to people?
You don't have to do too much talking, honestly. You pretty much just level and do shit on your own.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's kind of nice in that aspect. It's so open that you're not bound to a quest line. It's not like, oh, okay, I have to go talk to this NPC and hunt 60 of these monsters. There's not really any of that. Which is something that they did in Renewal, which is when they had like that 2011 period, like at the end of the year, that they kind of went towards that more like generalized MMO, like this quest line. Talk to this NPC,
Right.
go kill 60 of these monsters.
Huh, before that didn't really have that.
None of that at all.
Oh, interesting.
It's like you can go
Jesus.
level wherever you want, kill whatever monsters you want, you're gonna get whatever experience you can from those monsters, and then they generalize it so it's like between like up to 10 or 15 I think level range you can get good experience for a monster, but after that if they're not in that same level range as your character you're gonna get bad EXP.
Wow.
But in some rights it's cool because you get a little more variety of play, but at the same time it's like, why would I want to do this when I can go hunt this same monster for 3 hours and be done playing?
Yeah, it's different people, I guess. Some like the
Yeah.
catharsis, I suppose.
Yeah, I played Renewal probably a little later than most people. Like I got into it right away and played it for a bit. I didn't really like it that much, and I didn't spend a lot of time on it. I still finished the character, but then like I went back to it just last year actually, and I played another character and had a lot of fun with it. But at the same time, it's like, man, I still like the old game better. Fortunately, there's private servers for that.
Ouch. I was punished, but I didn't really have a lot I could do after that.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm glad you're a friend of my friend Decoy, Blue Chili. He's a long-time supporter of this channel. Decoy streams pretty sick. Still trying to get build his audience. Glad you're over there hanging out with him. Keep him company on the PS3. Yeah, Sheen, I'm not really a big fan of Denjin. To me, it's kind of scummy. I'm trying to win on the ground. That's what I would like to do as Ryu one day. It's kind of my goal. I feel like if I just go for knockdown with the Denjin and get some big damage, I'm just playing Alex again.
I think Shinku's really cool because I like to use EX fireballs.
Yeah, I do like EX fireballs a lot.
They make me feel good.
Oh,
I don't
fuck.
play Ryu, but when I do, I'm using those EX fireballs, and I feel good about myself when I do it.
Oh, fuck, I hope I get underneath there. Oh fuck, I'm going for the uppercut there. I'm glad I didn't though.
Yeah. That makes sense, Faust.
Oh fuck, no.
There's a lot of... It's kind of silly, like, how much people would rather play, like, the same game they used to play ages ago over something new.
Oh, that's not good. Good game.
But I think
shit.
it's cool. So I
That's
do the
it.
same
We're
stuff.
done.
I'm gonna watch one more. I'm gonna watch you fight kill one more time.
It's 3 a.m. over there for you.
Right now it is 3 in the morning. Indeed, it is. It's crazy. Yeah, good night, Synapse.
Good night.
Good night, Khachik.
Good night. Good
It's
night.
been a pleasure, guys. Yeah, Synapse so cool for coming by co-hosting. 'Cause after that stream, after that tournament, I was so exhausted. So I feel like having Synapse here and talking about Ragnarok Online really helped me finish the stream out. And 8-hour streams are great. That's a lot of fun. At the same time, man, if you're a streamer doing an 8-hour stream of getting a 3S tournament, like a 4-hour 3S tournament, man, that was quite exhausting. Synapse really came through and helped me with the co-hosting there at the very end. Smash training going. Yeah, not tonight, that's for sure. It'll be tomorrow's going to be some Smash though. Excuse me, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be my off day as I get this wash machine installed. Yeah, but we come back to Smash again on Thursday and then Friday as well. But no more Smash after that, guys. We're actually going to put Smash on the channel in the short term. Maybe more like a Friday event. We're trying to bring back the long plays. Here we go, guys. Good night, everybody. As usual, we're gonna want to keep the channel on. Check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Vencabot. I'm so tired, I'm stammering. You can also help for free if you want to. By getting in the chat, come say hi, follow on Twitch, tell your friends we're here, save clips. All cool to help out for free. You can also check me out on YouTube at youtube.com/Vencabot Archive. I have all my past streams saved there. If you're a Patreon member, you have access to a lot of videos that are totally private for those guys. Nothing too sexy, but some things are pretty sexy. Such as Final Fantasy Tactics, Pokemon Yellow, still exclusive over there on Patreon. Good games, Khachik. Good games, Kill. Thank you for all your support as always. Come by, getting some good games late at night, keeping the channel alive into the early morning hours. Good night, Chance. Good night, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for some. I won't see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm gonna be actually off stream tomorrow, installing a washing machine, and then on Thursday it'll be some game design, then some Third Strike, and then some Smash Brothers. I will see you guys then. Until then, good night. Yeah, always a pleasure, Faust. This man has been lurking, grinding away in some RuneScape. Putting Smash in the trash. No way, Drink. I love Smash. It's a really great game. What I'm finding, though, with Smash is that going from playing Third Strike for 3 hours directly to playing Smash for 3 hours is pretty tough. There's a Bofastifus. Just ending the stream, dude. Uh-oh, what a parry. Yes, they are, Sheen. One of their patrons, Chocoto.
What a challenge!
One day he'll be known by the world, though.
Oh my god! No! No!
I'm sorry, Decoy. I'm streaming for 8 hours.
What is going
Bruise-day Tuesday, Third Strike. Yo, both, it's just a crazy tournament, dude. The thing about Smash, it's a very hard game to learn, I find. And when I play it, I feel like I just wish I had the energy to learn it and sit and really kind of get my head around it. But by the time I play it, I'm so exhausted. I'm tired. I've been playing 3S. I'm trying to learn Ryu. It's kind of hard to, go between both these really rich, deep games and try and learn them both at the same time. Man needs his Toad. The problem, Sheen, is that the ones on Patreon are not super well organized by title. So if you guys check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Vencabot Archive, I put a lot of work into publishing a new video every single day of like long play format type stuff, fighting game format type stuff, creative stuff like programming. But I go through and painstakingly organize them by game and playlists, as well as title them and describe them based on what happens in that episode.
That would be me.
And the ones on Patreon are the ones that are not quite titled and described yet. And so what I find is that it's kind of hard to find things, such as the Chocotoad moment. I might need Sheen's help with that. Go through 100 episodes of FFT to try and find Chocotoad. Learn Ryu in 3S and learn Ken in Smash. Get that level up twice as fast, huh? Yeah, the decision fatigue. Again, just trying to learn things. Try not to get salty. It was tough after you've been grinding fighting games for 6 hours straight. I find that going right from a fighter to another fighter, and of course the commentary, they're both very hype games as well. It's kind of hard to have that level of energy you need to commentate a fighting game, going right from one to the next. So I'm going to try and bring back the long play. The long play works really well as like a, you do a fighting game, and then you unwind with an RPG or something, right? Like Final Fantasy Tactics, that kind of thing.
Yes, pleasure by ladders.
Going right from a fighter to a fighter, it's really tough.